So I just got out of the shower, and that's not the exciting part about this video. No. It's time to tell the story about this sucker right here. Ouch. So, as you probably saw from, the title and the little boop-a-doop editing I just did, I did get the COVID vaccine, and here's how it went. It started with a very warm car ride in which it was incredibly short and boring, but I did get some nice shots, as you can see here. Yeah, Newtown is kind of cool. The new town I'm in, it's pretty. Birds.
You video?
Yeah.
I don't think I did.
We went into this huge building that used to be some sort of clothing store or something, and in getting in there was this huge line with a bunch of fences and lined off areas with markers on the floor, and you basically followed everything, followed the people who were instructing you, oh, you're taking your first shot, go this way, you're taking the second shot, go this way, follow these arrows, go to this person, So my mom and I went down, got our information all registered, got our appointment confirmed, and then got everything set. We were directed into this line with this curtain in the center of the room, and here's a picture of us waiting. The other thing that happened is, you weren't allowed to take any video during the actual shot or anything, which, to be fair, I wouldn't, because that's horrifying. But basically the thing was, we got separated into, opposite ends of the room in these lined chairs, and there was basically this cart. When you're in the cafeteria in elementary school and you got, the milk carts? Just like a lunch lady with a cart going around with milk in the early morning or whatever. It's kind of like that, except it's all COVID shots, water bottles, and snacks. So I sat down, practically shaking at this point, because it wasn't even so much me being nervous about, the vaccine itself. Because, I've had vaccines before. It's not it's gonna be oh, it's gonna be excruciatingly painful or anything. I was just nervous that I would get some sort of side effect immediately, even though I've read up on, the first shot doing basically nothing, except making your arm hurt for a while and maybe causing a fever. But I was still nervous sitting in the chair waiting for my inevitable doom. And then, which arm are you gonna do? And I said the left one because I'm right-handed and I didn't want to feel pain every time I moved my right arm for the next 3 days. So, sat down, got settled, did all the stuff we had to do, sat there for 15 minutes just to make sure I didn't have any sort of reaction or anything. They were like, hey, if you got any symptoms of anything while you're sitting here, just raise your hand, let someone know. And it was chill. And as I waited, I was like, this just kind of feels weird because my arm just hurt. Because, you stick it in there and then it's ow, my arm up to my wrist. It probably hit a nerve or something. But once we left, actually, I was I can't tell if I'm nauseous because I'm scared or because I'm having a side effect. And it turns out I just overworked myself with anxiety about, oh, it's the first time I'm doing this in, this sort of setting. Now, it's one step closer to being, safer and, being able to go out and not super worried about everything, still with the mask and everything, but not feel guilty every time you walk into, a grocery store or something. You know what I mean? It's not that feeling of, oh, maybe I shouldn't have gone to that grocery store or out to the park or whatever once you're back home. Yeah, I did it, and it's the next day, so it's been a day, and my arm hurts when I move it around a lot, but otherwise, if I just keep it in the, standard, this bit in the standard position and don't, lift it above my head like this, it's pretty much fine. So yeah, that's the, vaccine journey, and it was nerve-wracking, but ultimately I was really excited about it, and I am, excited to be able to like see family members and friends who I haven't seen in literally over a year. So I'm really hoping that that is what can happen now or soon. Bye, guys.